Hello Mariners, and welcome back to our deep dive series on mastering your ECDIS. I'm your host, and today, we're kicking off the practical application with the absolute first step you must take before any voyage planning can begin: accessing and preparing your ENC base layer. This is the bedrock of your digital navigation, so getting this right is non-negotiable for a safe and compliant passage. So, grab a coffee, fire up your secondary ECDIS for practice, and let's get started. First things first, what exactly is the ENC base layer? Think of it as your foundational set of official vector charts. It's the digital equivalent of laying out all your paper charts for a voyage, but far more dynamic and intelligent. This layer contains all the core navigational data issued by hydrographic offices, shorelines, depth contours, navigational aids, hazards, everything. Our goal in this step is to ensure this foundation is complete, up to date, and correctly loaded into our system. It's a process of verification and validation. Alright, let's get hands-on. The very first action is to open your primary ECDIS interface. Wake it up from standby, log in if required, and get to the main chart view. You should see your vessel's position on whatever chart was last active. Now, we're not just going to assume everything is ready. We need to be methodical. The first task is to load all the necessary ENC cells for your intended voyage. A cell is just a single, manageable piece of the ENC database, covering a specific geographical area. For a short coastal trip, you might only need a few dozen cells. For a transoceanic voyage, you'll be loading hundreds, if not thousands, of cells across various navigational bands from overview charts to harbor and berthing charts. How do you load them? Most ECDIS systems have a dedicated chart management or chart portfolio section. You'll navigate there. Typically, you'll have received your charts via a digital delivery service, maybe on a DVD, a USB stick, or through a satellite download. Your ECDIS will have a function to install or import charts from this source. When you initiate this process, the system will read the data and ask you to confirm the installation. It's crucial here to ensure you're loading the permits for these cells as well. An ENC cell without a valid permit won't display. The permit is a small file that unlocks the encrypted chart data, proving you have a legitimate license to use it. Think of it as a digital key for your chart. So, you'll install the permits first, then the ENC cells themselves. Once the system indicates the cells are loaded, your job isn't done. You need to verify it. Go back to your chart display. A great practice is to plan a very rough, preliminary route line from your departure port to your destination. Then, as you scroll or pon along this route, your ECDIS should seamlessly transition from one chart cell to another. What are you looking for? Gaps. You want to visually inspect the entire route at an appropriate zoom level to make sure there are no blank areas where a chart failed to load. If you see a grey or empty patch where a chart should be, that's a red flag. You need to investigate. Go back to your chart catalogue, check if the cell for that area was indeed part of your package, and if its permit is valid. Sometimes, a simple reinstall of that specific cell solves the problem. Now, let's talk about updates. This is arguably the most critical part of managing your ENC base layer. An outdated chart is a dangerous chart. The maritime world is constantly changing. Buoys are moved, new wrecks are discovered, and depths change. These changes are communicated through weekly notices to mariners, or NTMIS. Your ENC data must reflect the very latest weekly update. Before you even think about planning a route, you must ensure your entire chart portfolio is updated to the latest effective week. So, how do we apply these updates? Similar to installing the base ENCs, you will receive weekly update files. These are much smaller than the base files and contain only the changes. You'll go back to your ECDIS chart management tool. There will be an option like Apply Updates or Import NTMIS. You'll direct the system to your update source again, a USB, a downloaded folder, or a direct satellite feed. The ECDIS will then process these files, automatically applying the changes to the relevant cells in your portfolio. A modern system will log this process, telling you which cells were updated and confirming the new update status. And again, we must verify. Don't just trust the update complete message. Your ECDIS should have a feature that allows you to review the updates. It might be called Update Log or Show Changes. Use it. This function will often list the specific changes that were applied, and some systems can even highlight the updated objects on the chart for you. For example, it might show you a buoy that was recently added or a depth value that was changed. Another crucial verification step is checking the chart information or cell properties for a few key cells along your route. This dialog box should clearly state the edition number of the cell and, most importantly, the last weekly update that has been applied to it. This date or week number must match the latest NTM you intended to install. If there's a discrepancy, you need to troubleshoot immediately. Let's put this all together into a standard operating procedure. Step 1. Power on the ECDIS and navigate to the chart management utility. Step 2. Install the base permits and ENC cells for the entire voyage from your licensed source. Step 3. Verify the installation by visually scanning along a rough route line, ensuring there are no data gaps. Step 4. Apply all cumulative updates, and then the latest weekly updates to your portfolio. Step 5. Verify the updates have been applied successfully by checking the update log and inspecting the properties of several critical chart cells to confirm they are current to the latest NTM week. Only after you have completed and verified all these steps is your ENC base layer considered ready. Why is this so important? Imagine planning a route based on a chart that's missing a newly reported underwater obstruction. The consequences could be catastrophic. The legal implications are also huge. During a port state control inspection, one of the first things an inspector will check is the update status of your ENCs. Being found with outdated charts is a serious deficiency that can lead to fines or even detention of the vessel. Your ECDIS is not a fit and forget system. It requires diligent, regular management, and it all starts with this foundational step. Treat your ENC base layer with the respect it deserves. It's the digital ground truth upon which your entire voyage depends, so that's the process. It might seem like a lot of steps, but once you get into a routine, it becomes second nature. It's a cycle: load, verify, update, verify, every single time. Next week, we Lions build on this solid foundation and move into step 2, configuring your ECDIS safety settings. We'll talk about setting your safety contour, safety depth, and look ahead sectors to make the system work for you. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope this detailed walkthrough has clarified the importance and the process of preparing your ENC base layer. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you don't miss the next episode in our series. Safe sailing, and see you next time.